Welcome. So we're going to answer this question here. It says the graph of the function, this right here, where D is the maximal domain, has asymptotes. Which of these? All right, so we need to find some asymptotes here. There are two ways of answering this question. The first way I'm going to show you is using your CAS. So what we want to do is we want to put this function into our CAS, and then for it to be in a form that we can read off what the asymptotes are. So what you do is you go menu, 3 for algebra, then we come down to fraction tools, 9, and then proper fractions, 1. And then you just type in exactly what you see here. So brackets 3x plus 2, close brackets, divided by open brackets, 5 minus x, close brackets again, hit enter. And as you can see, we've now got the same function, but now in another form. So what this is telling me is this. It's saying another way to write this is like this, negative 17 on x minus 5 minus 3. And then from this, we can read off our asymptotes. So remember, the way in which we read off our asymptotes is that our x asymptote is read off just by looking at this, and it says x is equal to 5. Because remember, if we were to put 5 here, 5 minus 5 is 0, the whole thing would break down. So we know there's an asymptote there because it doesn't exist. Then the other asymptote we can read is by looking at this. This tells me it's going to be y is equal to negative 3. So remember, the way that you determine what your horizontal asymptote is simply by looking at the vertical translation that has occurred. So that means E is going to be my answer. X is equal to 5 and y is equal to negative 3. Now, that's the best way to go about this question using your CAS, but you could also do it by hand. There's a couple of different ways you could do it by hand. You could do it with polynomial long division, but I'm going to show you another method. What you can do is you simply take this, so the denominator, so 5 minus x, and I'm going to write it in the numerator as well. And now the aim of the game is to turn my numerator, so 5 minus x, into 3x plus 2. So what would I have to multiply it by in order to turn this negative x into 3x? You'd have to multiply it by negative 3. Then once you've done that, you've also created negative 3 times 5 is negative 15, but instead of negative 15, I need 2. So what am I going to plus on to negative 15 to make it 2? I would plus on 17 here. And as you can see, what I have here is the same thing as 3x plus 2 over 5 minus x. They're the same thing. It's just that I've written it differently. And the reason why we've written it differently is because now I can write this as follows. I can write this as 5 minus x, 5 minus x, oops, sorry. I'm trying to get all the colors the same. You know what? I'm not going to do the colors. The colors are freaking me out. There we go, 5 minus x. Okay, then once we've done that, that will cancel with that. And I'm going to be left with what? I'm going to be left with negative 3 plus 7, 5 minus x. And that's it. That's in the same form. So from this, we can now read off what we have. So this is telling me that I have y is being equal to negative 3. And this here is telling me, you know, I have 5 minus x. If I set that equal to 0, x is equal to 5. So as you can see, x equals 5, x is equal to 5. Y is equal to negative 3, y is equal to negative 3. And we're all done. The only thing that looks a bit different here, let me just fix this up a bit more, is the fact that this is positive 17 when this is negative 17. And the only reason why that's the case is because, do you see here how it's x minus 5, but this is 5 minus x? So that just means they've taken out a negative in order that the x could be positive, but that's made the top negative. So no big troubles there. So those are the two ways of approaching this question. You can either do it with your CAS, which is the far better way, far quicker, or you could do it by hand, but this is, you know, prone to error, and you may make a mistake with it. So I would definitely recommend being able to do this on your CAS calculator. Hopefully you found this helpful. I'll see you in the next one.